It's a sensational atmosphere in the Antalya Sports Hall here in southwest Turkey as the first serve goes over the net for the F5VB Volleyball Club World Championships in the women's division. And two fantastic clubs out on the floor. The host side in the orange, the Tigers of Eczacibasi Dinamo Istanbul, taking on the Brazilian side in the very traditional dark blue and yellow Brazilian colours. Dental Praia Clube, first point on the board. Carol, the middle blocker for this team, back at the service line. Putting the ball into court. The best pass from Eczacibasi. They have to rely heavily on Boskovic out of system today if Brazil serve well. They put another solid transition ball away. Playing with the 2 meters and 1 tall Brailin Martinez of the Dominican Republic. Dental Praia Clube in the opposite position. It's the wing spiker Tainara Lemos Santos of Brazil on that first occasion that puts the ball away. They're just mixing up their blocking here a little bit at Praia Clube. Is he going to use Martinez against the Serbian captain of Eczacibasi when they can? Boskovic against the 2 meters and 1 Dominican Republic blocker. Good serve from Voronkova. Russian outside and a nice transition play results in a point for the home side. Laura Helman, the 29-year-old Belgian middle blocker. That's that on the floor. Former Modena player, transferring into the Turkish Pro League. Voronkova puts another big serve in the court. A bit of early pressure there from both teams. Great reuse off the block from Handi Baladin. Boskovic in off that right side, thunders it away. The left-handed opposite. He's been with this team now for a number of years, signed for Eczacibasi back in 2015. The boss, as she's known, hammers one down. 92 kilometers per hour. That serve won't have been far off that speed either, but Brailin Martinez breezes in off the wing to put that away. Wonderful height, wonderful reach. Boskovic versus Martinez is going to be a good contest. We've also got Isabel Park for Corneliano. And we've got the player that used to be opposite for Corneliano playing for Vakifbank, Arla Egonu, some of the best opposites in the world at this tournament. Sunk it. It's a terrific swing from Handi Baladin. 5-year-old Turkish spiker, getting a nice lead. Centre of Janovic and going easily past the slightly shorter block of Claudia. Setting for this Praia Clube team in the number 4 shirt, setter and captain. Well, they're keeping Brailin Martinez out on the left side for the majority of the time at the moment. I was expecting her to be the opposite, but fits into a pretty fluid system where she can play left and right side. It will be Brailin Martinez with the serve. Super pass, super hit. Wow. Well, that's incredible. Massive shot from Sinead Jacquissel in her first season here with the Eczacibasi club, the Trinidad and Tobago middle player. Pro League. Now, the Boskovic serve can cause serious damage. She proved at the World Championships. Looking for a service run early in the game and straight up hammers it off Suelin Pinto. Libero, 5-year-old former national squad player. This Praia Clube team, 111.4 kilometers per hour. Oh my goodness me, Boskovic cranking it early. And again, brilliant pass from Pinto. And a brilliant pickup from Boskovic. No fluidity at the moment for Eczacibasi, but that'll do nicely. This time they do stack Brailin Martinez out on that far side, but provides no obstacle. Andy Baladen, their other outside player, Bronkova, have made a very good start to this match. Great kill from Andy. Well, no real surprise to see Club's coach, Paulo Barros, call that early timeout. Doesn't like the three-point notion already built on the side. Istanbul, the Tigers as they're known, 16 Turkish titles to their name and two-time winners of this Club World Championships when they got back-to-back victories in 2015-16. And a buoyant, really buoyant in the league at the moment. A magnificent win over Bakip the other week. Moskovic against Degonu. Moskovic winning that particular battle. Back to the Boskovic serve with coach Paulo Dorrego, hoping that this sequence will be broken, but no, she's having none of it. It's another thunderous hit and a wry smile from the Eczacibasi captain. She's enjoying herself out there. Swell of Pinto, isn't though? The libero for Praia is getting hammered at the moment by Boskovic. Listen to this atmosphere. Stunning serve, lovely pass, taken out very wide, very sensibly so by Freddy Martinez. It's a fine slide attack. Dominican Republic players on court. The sisters, the Martinez sisters. Praia Club. It's the woman who just killed that ball, Freddy Martinez. Out of the back line, Boskovic is just going to keep thumping away here. And her Serbian international teammate, Maja Ognjenovic, will be happy to feed her. Good start from the boss. And we're not talking Bruce Springsteen. Talking Boskovic magic for 9-5. And then with a short serve, just tickles the net and trickles over. And left all of the Praia Club passes flat-footed. So they are using Freddy Martinez as part of that passing lineup. There. This time the net. He's not Andy Baladin's friend. That's a hand leader. Very good early lead. Eczacibasi. This is a stunning atmosphere here in the Antalya Sports Hall. We've only played 16 points of this FIVB Women's Volleyball Club World Championships, and the ingredients are all there for an absolute thriller. Boskovic again, starting what could be a rather large haul of points in the opening match. Look at that arm swing. Technique is stunning. This time out of the pipe sends Kisar, the middle blocker from Trinidad and Tobago, back to the line. Good swing, fighting hard here. Another Brazilian team, Tainara, 22-year-old, 1m90 outside hitter, putting that away. Signed for Praia Club from the big Brazilian club, Osasco. Herman, Belgium. Praia Club wing spiker then, Kesely Clemente with the serve. It's well recycled and very well defended by Eczacibasi. And again, good touch from Boskovic. No stopping that though. There are some mismatches out there on court that both teams will be looking to expose, and one of them is Freddy Martinez up against 38-year-old Maja Ognjenovic. Looking for pretty much a free side out through that option. Again, Boskovic being used heavily now. She's hit this wide. I think initially the officials have decided that that point has gone Praia Club's way, but they're going to have a look at this. Not sure if this is a referee video check, or it might just have clipped the outside line on compression. And a nasty little ankle sweep there Praia Martinez. Let's hope that's not a problem from Klube's point of view. Welcome to day one of the F5EB Women's Volleyball Club World Championships here in Antalya, Turkey, and we've got our first video check that has gone the way of the host side. Eczacibasi Dynamites take the point, and the seemingly unstoppable Tijana Boskovic at the moment puts another one on her tally. I'll update you on the point scoring for Boskovic at the end of this set, but it's been fast and furious so far. Well on our way already to double figures. And we've only played 19 points. Oginovic to serve, which brings Boskovic into the front line, so good tall block here for the team in orange. Tight, and very well put away under pressure. It was not the easiest for Tejnara, and she's done very well there. You can see what they're doing here. They're trying to mix it up, Praia, so they're keeping Tejnara out on that right side for a couple of rotations so they can use Praia Martinez up against Boskovic. But no, Boskovic has now gone to the other side and Martinez has stayed this side, so maybe not the best option there for Praia when you've got a 2 metres and 1 blocker out on the floor. She should surely be up against 1m96 tall captain of this Eczacibasi team. Boskovic running riot at the moment. Tejnara blocked straight down from Laura Herman. Well, some query here on that monster block from Praia. And it wasn't Herman that got it. It was actually Hande Baladin, and she's made a terrific start to this game as well. And Veronkova's service delayed for a video check, so this will be Dental Praia just asking a question in or out off that block, but our Polish first official says in. Blockers say in, and that's pretty close to the line. Again, the compression, if the ball compresses and touches the line, it's in. Hawkeye will tell us all we need to know. And it's another centimetres call in favour of Eczacibasi, so that means Dentil Praia lose the first of their 2 reviews for set 1. Each club gets 2 per set. If you win it, you keep it. If you lose it, as Praia just did then, you lose it. Sprawling pass from Suelen. Sprawling set was pretty good from Claudia. Nicely dispatched by the other scoring machine out there on court. Praia Martinez. Saw her in the VNL a couple of seasons ago for the Dominican Republic when they took some magnificent victories, including one notable win against Brazil. Tejnara with the serve, 14-10 at the moment. Turkish side up. And will remain up by a comfortable level of points, and it really is their set to lose from here. Cracking start to the tournament, in amongst a cracking atmosphere as well. The crowd make it, don't they? They really do. Wow, what a follow. Hande Baladin has made a terrific start to this game. Tracked out all the way on that slide play from Yaneri Martinez, and a beautiful one-on-one stop. That is a monster block from Hande. Well, off they go. So Tejnara, who's the temporary opposite in this game, I wonder if they will switch Martinez back out to the right side, because they've definitely started Tejnara opposite. She's off. Claudia's off. And on come the replacement players. So replacement setter into the action, and replacement opposite for the moment, or wing spiker anyway. Good reach. I like that. Really nice signal from Boskovic to say that set was on a plate. And it was delivered by none other than middle blocker Laura Herrmann with a bump set. Boy, did she enjoy that one. Gets an assist for that. Oh, lovely swing and turn down the line. Dental Praia bringing on Anna Bosch in the outside position. Raylin Martinez hitting through her more familiar right side. I wouldn't be surprised if they flip that and put Martinez out there in the next rotation with Bosch on court. The Dutch outside. Good hustle, coming back as a free ball though. Bumped over by Kessler Clemente. And hammered cross court. Wow. Well, this is what's scary about the club sides that we'll see over the next 5 days. They have 2 or 3 players out on the floor that can win matches on their own. So if all 3 players fire, well, the opposition better take cover. And at the moment, that's what's happening. Eczacibasi are flying. Boskovic and Handi Baladin are unstoppable right now. Another ace for Boskovic. And this is where I think we will see Praia making some changes. I think Raylin Martinez may be moving out of that pass. We'll see. Getting a huge amount of pressure at the moment, and the home fans loving this. The Tigers are growling. Timeout. Paulo Doregas. Barosh is just thinking about things here. The Dental Praia coach will be just slowing things down, preparing for set 2. They'll be going there at a set down, unless something miraculous happens. Boskovic back to the line. Came out of the last timeout and aced Praia. Can she do the same? She's certainly got the 8-point cushion to swing away. Takes the pace off. Better pass from Martinez. But again, Boskovic into defence. Lovely feed. Great defence once more. And the block is out. And Baladin again manoeuvres the ball nicely, and it's another good transition play from an Eczacibasi team that seems to want to do nothing but entertain. Straight up Bausch's block. Stuck in the opposite position at the moment. I think we may see that change, but depends on the game plan. And Vanessa Janke is in. 31-year-old Brazilian wing spiker makes her way to the court. Good heavy hit. Very well dealt with again. Boskovic out of the back line. That transition hitting of hers is marvellous. And finally, Dental Praia put it on the floor. New setter on court, Leara Batista Medeiros, former Brazilian under-23 setter, playmaker at the moment on the floor for the Navy Blues. And they'll take that. Short-lived, what a shot. That's an absolute ripper from Sinead Jacques-Kissar. She's some player. And look at this. Contact, off the drift, blockers stranded, and that's hammered straight on the floor. 21-12. And I tell you, with guest stars at the moment, Handi Baladin and Tiana Boskovic are roughing this Praia team up, and in particular the pass, tearing it to shreds from the service line. Wide from Carroll. We've seen nothing from her at the moment in this game. The number 15 middle blocker hasn't blocked anything. And given her an opportunity to hit, she's hit it wide. The substitutions just to delay the match, just to slow things down, will continue. So we flip Tainara back on, Claudia back on. the original setter and opposite. It's not going to make any difference because Eczacibasi are ripping the heart out of this first set. Forget the serve error, 10-point lead in the modern game between two club sides of this quality is just sensational. Now for the away teams here in Turkey, you can say, okay, they've been here a week, they've been training hard, but get the journey out of the legs. Praia will be looking to restart in the next set. They'll be looking for some momentum here. Wow, it's just so forceful through the wings at the moment. And Irina Voronkova deciding she's going to get in on the action. 27-year-old, 2016 Olympian from Russia. Powerful, very powerful. 24-13, multiple set points available. Big defence. Tainara gave that everything. But very well dug by Hande in the back line. Nearly got that into play, but it matters not. 10 swings for the first set. For the team in orange, the Tigers. The start that Eczacibasi, Dinavits, Istanbul were looking for. And that'll do. Serve error. Gives them a 25 points to 14 victory in the opening set. And Boskovic and co look in serious business here in Antalya. Well, the Brazilian side, Dental Praia, have a lot of quality, a lot of international experience on their side. They're going to need every single bit of that to counter what's happening at the moment. 25-14 in 23 minutes, an absolute thrashing handed out in set one by the Turkish side, the hosts to the competition. It's their invitation here this year. And don't the crowd love it? They're going to get to watch the two big teams in action today from the Turkish league. Eczacibasi first of all, then it'll be Vakif Bank. They go into action. Next up against the Kuanich Club of Kazakhstan. So it could be the perfect start to this tournament for the Turkish big guns. Eczacibasi fans with the stickers looking for a free shirt here. I must tell you, the MC, the DJ, the between set and pre-match entertainment has been sensational. This is what it's all about for volleyball at this level. When you throw in the fact that the Turkish club out on court at the moment are playing some dream volleyball, well, it's the perfect day for the home fans right now. Quick update on the points. Boskovic on 9, Hande on 8. Two best scorers, both for the Turkish club, and then Brailin Martinez on 5, Tainara on 4, and then back to Eczacibasi's players, Jackie Sal 2, Laura and Voronkova 1 apiece. We'll see that point scoring tally climb, I'm sure. Now is Dental Praia Club's coach. Coach Barros going to make the changes here. Switch Brailin Martinez out to that right side where she can be so effective. There's Tana Boskovic, the architect of Praia Club's downfall and the leading scorer in this game. She's been, well, one of the best players in the world now for the best part of a decade, the Serbian opposite. Until Praia Clube, not quite sure who's supposed to be where at the moment. They're just sorting this out. And it does look like Tanara is going to remain opposite, and Braylin Martinez is going to remain out on the left side of court. So no changes at the moment to the rotation for the Brazilian side. Away we go with set two. It's been a storming match so far. In the orange, the Tigers of Eczacibasi. And they've started as they mean to continue. They lead by 1-0. They put the first ball on the floor on that run-around play from the Belgian middle, Laura Herman. And the team in navy blue, Dental Praia Clube of Brazil, are all at sea at the moment. Beaten by a huge margin in the opening set, 25-14. And mostly due to the unbelievable hitting of the player that's just put the ball away, Tijana Boskovic, the Serbian opposite captain of this team, getting fed on a regular basis by her Serbian international teammate and setter, Maja Ognjenovic. And with help from Hande Baladin and some other rather notable international superstars, Eczacibasi Istanbul have been unstoppable so far in this match. Claudia feeding the ball a long way off the net tape, aware of Boskovic and her block. And that is just huge. That's massive power to take the ball off the block and that far over the baseline. Just a reminder of what the Serbian international can do. 3-love already. The Serbian on court, Maja Ognjenovic with the serve. Good dig. Simge Akosh, she's out there now, the libero. And called into action with the bump set for Boskovic. Well, spare a thought for the Praia Clube players right now. They must be wondering what on earth is happening to them. They are being steamrolled. Voronkova rushing outside with the kill. If it's not her, it's Hande Baladin, and if it's not her, it's Tijana Boskovic. There is no let-up at the moment from Eczacibasi. Absolutely no let-up at all, and Carol can't score a point for love nor money. The superstar middle player on the Praia Clube side, getting roofed out of sight by Voronkova. This is fantastic volleyball from the Tigers. Forced into another early timeout. This is not what Paulo Dorrego Barros had planned. Assistant coach to the Brazilian national women's squad, so a fairly familiar face to us at the international tournaments. Having a quick word with his experienced setter, Claudia da Silva Buena, 25 years of age now, former national squad playmaker. Another player who signed from Osasco for this season, but has previously played for Praia Clube, won 2 championships with them back in the day. Braylin Martinez still struggling with her pass. That just kept flying, and that one will be lost in space, as they say. Miss hit from Tanara has gone. Praia Clube can't score a point. Braylin Martinez having a good think about this one. Better pass. Still, they can't win a point. And still, Carol can't put a point in court. Oh, very unusual for a middle player of this quality to be missing that many shots. She's just trying too hard at the moment. Good short serve. Problems again for Claudia. manages to feed it wide, but Eczacibasi defend again. Another good touch. Tight, too tight. And that one will definitely go Praia Clube's way. Well, don't you love to see that frustration from Tijana Boskovic? It's a 7-1 lead and she is so upset that this is not 8. Just tickled the antenna. So they're in the zone, the Tigers. Can Praia Clube get them out of that zone? That'll help. That'll certainly help. Let called. Whistle going off too soon from the first official, who quickly explains to the players that he blew by accident. It happens. Terrific block. One of the world's best, Carroll. A solid pass, beautifully fed, and this is more like it. Praia Clube, big heavy swing, but very well defended by Ognjenovic. And finally, they get a block. It's not on Boskovic though, it's Martinez on Voronkova. At last, there we go, at last, the volleyball gods are smiling on Praia Clube. It's a good lineup. That is a very, very good lineup in the front court for the Brazilian side, and they're still 5 points down. Voronkova works really hard on that, and that's a wicked bounce. That ball came back absolutely flush to the net and has slipped down before Voronkova could volley it over to acres of space. Here we go. Here we go. Bit of momentum for Praia Clube. Stopped in its tracks by another fine set. Ognjenovic to Herman. That's a nice swing. Oh, she means business, doesn't she, Laura Herman today? 29-year-old Belgian middle. Former Modena player and former German player as well with Dresden, or in the Bundesliga with Dresden. Nice feed. Nice swing. They're getting their defence sorted here. Another good pick-up from Claudia. Out of the back line, not put away though. Voronkova getting a lot of ball and not finding the floor at the moment. Has to go to Boskovic, and Boskovic is stopped. Good defence from Voronkova. Simget hoofs it into the air. Free ball comes, and this is looking so much better for Praia Clube. Unfortunately for them, they can't terminate the point. It's a huge point. Absolute leg burner, and Claudia's made 3 terrific pickups during the course of that rally until it was finally put wide by Tainara. That's more like it. Little reminder there for Eczacibasi that they're on court with a team that can cause them problems. Voronkova awaits the whistle for the serve. 6-point lead re-established. Just clipped by Bausch. Expected Anna Bausch to start, the Dutch international, but had to come on from the bench. Might be happy with that. Just trying to hit around the ball to spin it past the blockers and into court, but nothing doing. This is too good. This is simply too good. What a performance from Eczacibasi, and Voronkova getting in on the ace act, beating Braille Martinez, whose pass has been a little fragile in this game. Better. Martinez from the wing, very nice. She can be as devastating on her day as the likes of Boskovic, but being asked to do a job partially left side today and being involved in the serve reception. Carroll to serve then. Anything doing in this second set for Praia Klivic? Chasing the match at 1 set down. Well, that'll do for starters. I think we're going to see a review here. Hande Baladin was adamant this didn't touch the block. She turned instantly to her coach, I'm pretty sure, to say she didn't think that touched the block. And I think we'll see from that slow-mo that this is going to be a wasted call. And she's saying to her coach, don't call it. Don't check that. But the coach has gone for it. And it's not going to work out in favour. This is the super slow-mo, and the hand just moved away by Tainara in the nick of time. So video check lost. Eczacibasi have 1 left for this set, but they also have a massive lead. Good serve, Ronkova's pass, tested. Boskovic in off the line. That's her job. That's what you pay the big bucks to the big opposites for. Killing the ball out of system. It's been the key factor that has underpinned Serbia's fantastic performances of recent years. The fact they can put that ball away under pressure, and the fact they can come up with a few blocks here and there as well. This time though, it's Trinidad and Tobago in the shape of Sinead Jakissar. Look at her watch the ball, and then lovely high hands, just trying to extend the height of the net. Really good blocking. But this time Braylin Martinez finds a way through, but it's scant consolation. Second set in a row at the moment. Praia Klivic are getting thumped. It's a good pass and a very nice distribution pattern from Maja Ognjenovic. She's trying very hard not to overuse Tijana Boskovic if she can help it. So Jakissar's getting a few balls through the middle, as is her fellow middle player Laura Herman, and then the wing spikers as well taking a share of the workload. But it's Boskovic back at the line. Praia Klivic need to see this off. Another good piece of defence from Simgit Arkush. Well hit, really well hit, and that's more like it from Praia Klivic. That's certainly more like it from Anna Bosch. Fantastic player, the Dutch international, and she's taken that high and hard. Past Jakissar to the baseline. So at last, they've seen the Boskovic serve off without too much damage being done. Wicked hit. Bausch with a brilliant pickup out of the back line. Martinez is roofed, and roofed big time by Jakissar. It's wonderful blocking again. High hands, closing, hip to hip. Both blockers either side. There's no way past that wall. Really good technique. Excellent form from the blockers. And a sneaky play from Claudia. Enjoyed that one, the 35-year-old setter. So we might have some substitutions to make. New libero, incidentally, on court for Praia Klivic. So Suelen Pinto has been replaced by Juliana Cardoso. There you go. Tight. Well played. Well played. Much needed point. Then to Praia Klivic. Nice finish. Bausch has made an impact since she's been on court. Vanessa then with the serve. Backup wing spiker is out on the floor. I like it. I like it from Maja Ognjenovic. Anything you can do, I can do just as cheekily. Now you see it, now you don't. Classic. the oldest player on court at 38. And a good block from her as well. Back line, very good hit. Tonara finds a way past the de facto opposite for Praia today. She meant that one as well, to get past Veronkova. It's a good swing. Well, they're still smiling and they're still really pushing hard here, Praia, but they're not making much of an indentation on the scoreboard. 6-point lead still for the Turkish team, who've lost a little bit of rhythm. Well, I say that. It's the reverse of the commentator's curse. By the looks of it, they lost no rhythm. Beautiful feed from Ognjenovic, and Herman puts a dent in the Praia court again. Ognjenovic to serve, Boskovic in the front court. Very deliberately avoided by Claudia. Goes on the reverse to Bosch, put away nicely by Anna Bosch. It's the restart, another good enough feed for the one-handed reverse set from Ognjenovic, showing us all her skills today. And Herman puts another ball away. Too easy, still too easy for Eczacibasi. Veronkova's serve, it's a tough one. Martinez volleys over, tries to take Ognjenovic out of the play. And then gets a nice piece of defence, can't get up off the floor quickly enough, but fortunately Tainara on hand to put away Claudia's set. Well, I'll throw it out there as a rhetorical question, but is this the first sign that Praia are managing to slow Eczacibasi down and get some rhythm into this match? I doubt it's going to save them in set 2, but it might be useful in set 3. Carroll to serve. Lovely pass from Veronkova. In off the wing from Hande. Can't put it away, but it's a free ball. This will go to Hande again, who this time works it off the hands and away, and the referee says no touch on the block, so we'll get an instant challenge. Now remember, the coach for Eczacibasi, Farhad Akbash, only has one more challenge left, so if this hasn't touched the arms, he won't have a video check remaining for this set. I don't think he'll be too worried. Former international player turned young coach, has coached in Japan and Croatia. Well, you can't see it from that angle. Very often when it hits the net, it goes on to touch the arm. And it is given as a touch by the first official, who initially, under his nose, didn't think that was the case. So, video check retained. Point taken. Crowd happy. Substitution called. There we go. Laura Herman was getting all ready to hit that one, and that's a magnificent reception for the young wing spiker. Salia Sahin comes into the action. 24-year-old outside hitter. Raylin Martinez is stopped again. Wowee. That's sensational. And there's a little Boskovic-Martinez matchup for you. And the shootout on this occasion won by the Serbian world champion. She tried to get it off the arms and away, but no, Boskovic having none of it. Timeout called, 8-point deficit. This has been a sublime performance so far from Eczacibasi. Well, the Tigers in the orange shirts, Eczacibasi, it's Istanbul, have been showing some very good form in the league of recent weeks. they've managed to bring that into this tournament, early stages, and whoever has been on court for them, whether it be starters or substitutes, they've contributed really well. Another good serve. Easily defended by Ognjenovic, set high to Boskovic, and there's that out-of-system play again. Blockers knew exactly where the ball was going, so all three moved out wide to Boskovic. Defenders knew exactly where it was going. However, nobody could stop her. A familiar scene on many a volleyball court over the last few years. Boskovic in full flight. Good swing. Lovely one-handed set from Claudia, nicely put away by Dominican Republic middle blocker Gineri Martinez. Good hit. Really nice serve, just long from Tainara. Excellent judgment from the Eczacibasi passing unit, and they're not going to challenge Praia. They've accepted that line call. No, they haven't. It's going to be the referee that takes a look, I think, actually. Or no? Let's see what Hawkeye says. Oh, millimetres. Millimetres long. So, video check lost. For Praia, that is. Like they needed anything else to be piled on them, and it just gets worse, because back at the line it's Boskovic. With the licence to hammer away, but she hammers too long this time. So the Brazilian side with an opportunity to go a few points better than in the opening set. And Martinez removed from court. On comes Leara, backup setter, the 26-year-old former national squad player, on to serve. Play serve and defence here. Not the best pass from Hande Baladin. Brilliant out-of-system kill, though, from Boskovic. She's just unstoppable right now. I promise I'll update you on her tally when we get to the end of this set, and it is going to be impressive. She will be the key for Eczacibasi's challenge here in Antalya for this title. No doubt about it. Serve from Hande Baladin. And the tip, just manoeuvred off Ognjenovic's arms and away. Referee wants to look at this, so this won't be challenged by the team. This is the referee that can use the technology in the absence of line judges. It looks initially like it's gone Barsh's way. Gineri Martinez is convinced. And another very close call. Well thought out by the referee there. I like the decision to go with technology on that call. It remains Praia Clube's point. Martinez, Gineri that is, to serve. 8 points down. They've not been given a single look into this match yet, the Brazilian side, and that's brilliant. Beautiful attack, little combination play from Maja Ognjenovic, just pulled Voronkova in off the wing, just behind the new player on court, Yasemin Güveli, 23-year-old Turkish middle blocker. And a little side tandem play, as we used to call it back in the 80s. Worked a treat. The old ones always do. Oh dear. Sneaks over. Nothing sneaky about that. Bausch going full tilt at that and missing the court completely. 25-15. Eczacibasi's movement towards complete domination in this match continues, and I think the referee wants just one little look at this to see if it touched Ognjenovic. Didn't touch anything, certainly didn't touch the court. This should be 2-0 to Eczacibasi. In fact, it was an in-and-out request, it is out. Mark may just have been the Brazilian coach delaying things shortly there, but doesn't matter either way. It's a phenomenal start for Eczacibasi Istanbul. The Tigers in full flow, and they lead Dentil Praia Clube by 2-0. Confirmation of the scoreline, it doesn't get better than that at this level. 25-14, 25-15, and the duration of the set shows you that Praia Clube are battling, and they can't win points for love nor money at the moment. So a little pause in the action before we go to the next set. Let's just have a look back at how it finished. There's the hit out from Bosch, who, apart from that, has been pretty good since she's been on court. Now, before the teams get back on, let's just update you on the scoring. Unbelievable stuff from Tijana Boskovic again. 15 points at the moment. 11 attacks, 1 block and 3 aces. Hande Baladin has been good as well, although her pass has just got a little bit untidy in set 2, but she's on 9 points. 5 attacks, 2 blocks, 2 aces. And then trying to keep it together for Praia Clube is Braylin Martinez, 8 points for her. 7 attacks, 1 block. And Tainara in the opposite position for the Brazilian side, 6 attacks for her, 6 points. And then after that, it's the Eczacibasi players that dominate again. Laura, Belgian middle blocker, on 5. Russian outside, Irina Voronkova on 5. And Trinidad and Tobago middle player, Jack Kisal, completing that rather international field to those last 3 players, all on 5 points apiece. And Bosch, incidentally, has made an impact. 5 points for the Dutch international outside player. She's been on court. Well, they knew it was going to be a tough day at the office. Did Praia Clube. It has been a brutal day at the office, though. So far, Tigers dominating as we change ends for our 3rd set. Well, we'll see another team that falls into the favourites category next up on the show court. Vakif Bank Istanbul open their account. The defending champions. And they do so against the outsiders from Kazakhstan, Guanesh, who are going to be able to play without pressure today. Now, the basics of this are get the ball into the cart, win yourself a t-shirt. In fact, it looks like a very nice t-shirt as well. Oh, pretty close. There you go. There's another bit of twin set entertainment over and done with as we prepare to go back to the entertainment on court, which has been truly spectacular. Here's the woman of the moment, though, Tijana Boskovic. What a player. And the Serbian left-hander, the captain of this Eczacibasi Istanbul side, has been, well, virtually unstoppable. So too is that woman, Hande Baladin. It's superb for the Turkish international women's side and has been very good for her club side today. It's a brilliant crowd, isn't it? What a lovely colour scheme as well, and the whole thing echoed around the Antalya Sports Hall here at this FIVB Women's Volleyball World Club Championships. Now we always get this slightly longer delay between sets when we have one club winning the first 2 sets. It used to be the case in some venues, and those of you that can remember back to days when the likes of the World Cup was hosted in Japan, we used to get a jazz band wheeled out on a podium onto court. And the jazz band would entertain the fans for a while the players actually left the stadium and then came back on again to restart the match. Those were fun days. If you like jazz, though. We're good to go. Change of ends then. Let's see if it's a change of fortune for Dentil Club, Praia Club as Singer Libro. And away we go. Team in orange serving. Eczacibasi, Dinamo Istanbul are flying in this match. They lead the challengers from Brazil. Dentil Praia Club from the wonderful Uberlandia region. By 2 sets to love. There have been some changes. Angelica Malinverno, 33-year-old middle blocker, is on and serving for Praia Club. And for the first time in the match, the Brazilian side have a bit of leeway. And Baladin not quite timing her pipe attack there, so forced to tip, but into the net, 2-love. It's a very short-lived 2-love lead. Well, they're going to persist with Braille Martinez on the left side. Praia Club. No notable changes out on the floor for Eczacibasi. Oh, she's hit that so hard. Oh, that was ferocious from Boskovic. Tanara's done really well to get her forearms on that. But that was drilled. Fireball, says the hoardings around the edge. It was a super spike, that's for sure, from Boskovic. 16 points now for the Serbian international. Claudia, as it says on her shirt, out on the floor, the setter for Praia Club. Tanara in the opposite position. Braille Martinez and Anna Bosch out through the wings. And the other new player on court in the number, excuse me, 18 top. For Praia Club, 32-year-old middle player, Leticia. So 2 new middles on court. That means Carroll's services have been dispensed with. I think Paolo Dorrego will be thinking in terms of trying to get a victory over Corneliano. Nicely played. Very well done by the new middle player on court, Leticia. Martinez with the serve, easily passed by Voronkova. Great pickup, wonderful from Claudia. And that's a pretty good pickup as well from Simbigakos. 2 brilliant digs on the cross court from both teams. And now Maja Ognjenovic on the tip. Andy Baladin goes off pace and wins the point. What have Dentil Praia Club got to do to win these big points? They've given it everything there. 23-second lung-busting rally. (5-4). Eczacibasi with Boskovic serving. Another huge noise as she contacts the ball. The service line. This one out though. Well, there's some encouragement. It's just some encouragement for Praia Club. Good work. Martinez with the defence. Tainara catches Simge Akkosh high in the shoulder. And that was a big hit. For Simge to turn away like that, you know that's hit ferociously hard. Oh, brilliant as well, hitting round the back of the ball to manoeuvre that down the line. She didn't know much about this. Whoa. Not saying it would have been in, but it was good enough from Tainara. Now a miss-hit from Handi Baladin, and it's not what coach Ferhat Akbash wanted to see here from his team. Change of staff on court for Praia Club, change of ends, and it is most definitely a change of fortune here. 7-5 at last. The Brazilian side will feel they're in the match. How much longer Tijana Boskovic wants to let them stay in the match is another question. Thumping blow. That's astonishingly hard hit. Good serve. Well recycled. Oh, brilliant thinking from Ognjenovic. Bausch can't get power on it, so well defended. And out of the back line, nicely hit. And that'll do Handi Baladin a bit of good. Hadn't quite been on her game at the start of this third set, but that's a much better comeback from her. And that's what I love about Boskovic's game. One of the tallest players out there, and she's still prepared to get down and dirty and make the defensive plays. That's what you want to see from your superstars. Oh, well done. Dina makes the play for the second time today. She's caught the opposition out. Now, last time that happened, we saw Maja Ognjenovic respond immediately, didn't we? Didn't want to be outdone by the Brazilian setter, so came up with her own second ball play. So keep an eye on the Serbian setter in the orange shirt in front court right now. Right side of your screen. Let's see if she goes over on two. Oh, I tell you, I should be a middle blocker, me. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And Praia Club left with egg on their face. Both setters very, very good. Making the ball talk at the moment. Good block. Brilliant block. Just drifted inside. And as soon as that started to go inside, Laura Herman, the Belgian middle, knew she was in business here against Bausch, the Dutch international. And that's a lovely shutdown on the angle. Something tells me she enjoyed that. 9-8, just like that. Eczacibasi lead. Nicely played. Not the best set from the floor from Ognjenovic, but well hit by Herman. They've got no middle blocker out on the floor, and that's ridiculous. Well, I haven't seen anything like that for a while. That's as out of system as it gets. Middle blocker was actually in back court there, alongside Boskovic. Completely got in her captain's way, Laura Herman, but they will let her off. She's playing some fabulous volleyball right now. Pass. Veronkova in off the wing. They're reading the ball at the moment. The Dental Praia Club blockers seem to know where the ball's going, so they're getting free players out to the wings on a regular basis. But Veronkova breezing past this. It was a pretty fractured three-person block, though, wasn't it? And that's a pretty good serve. Middle blocker, Angelica, just asking the question. Juliana, the libero, should I have taken the ball? Ace serve for Maja Ognjenovic. She's been brilliant again. And she's so often is in these big matches. Time-out. It was a set that Praia thought they were in. Now they find themselves out. And Eczacibasi have once again put the foot down. And the scoreboard is rattling around for the Tigers. It's just a subtle momentum swing, but it's enough for the Praia coach to realise it just needs to be slowed down here. They'll have Boskovic coming across the front court now for 3 rotations. Then they'll have Boskovic going to the service line. It's not a great period of play coming up for Praia, and that's why plays like that are so important. Good kill from Angelica. If they can rattle Boskovic through the next 4 rotations for the loss of equal points, they'll be happy. Good swing and a good block. Voronova, a little pedestrian into that one, just went in rhythm, and the blockers were nicely organised. And that's a very, very good stop by the new middle on court, Letitia. Pick up from Pardinha. That's an important play, and Braylin Martinez not given a ball she could really work with there. Still think if Praia can run Boskovic past her service and still be in touch, then they've got another little point scoring zone for a couple of rotations that they might be able to use. They've got Ognjenovic in the front court. Good swing. Tainara works it off the hands of Handit Baladin. This is all good for the Brazilian side. Straight through the field goals. Tainara off the back of that swing to serve. Can't put it over the net. Any points that Praia can win in this phase with Boskovic front court will be gold dust. Especially if they take some off their serve. Good swing, good dig from Voronova. And Boskovic slaps it off the massive block of Braylin Martinez. Just waited for the hands to show and then pinged it straight off the top of the fingers and into the antenna. Brilliant. What a set and what a dig. Stunning defence. And a lovely hit from Martinez down the line to conclude the point, which was probably fair. I'm not sure the third touch from Eczacibasi there from Baladin was completely legit. But that was perfect. Again, Braylin Martinez is taken off in favour of the substitute server, Layada. No, my apologies, not Layada, it's Kesely Clemente, who was the starting wing spiker in this match, but lost her place pretty quickly. And will be losing her place instantly after that serve. Or will she stay on to pass? No, she's going to stay on to pass, there we go. For the commentator. Nice. I like the aggression of the replacement middle players. They've come on and worked really hard. Letitia with the kill on that occasion. Well played. What a lovely pass in from Bronkova, and what a delightful play over the net from Ognjenovic. She's completely aware that no blocker has gone with her on this. Totally aware she had a free net. Balsh angry with herself, letting Ognjenovic get away with it again. Nice dig. That's clever. That's clever from Ognjenovic. And it gets them a free ball. Oh, wow. Just handling of the highest order, but it's gone against them. It's gone against them. Referee deciding didn't like the handling there. It's clever, really clever. Out of system play. And that looked like a brilliant set. It's been hit out of play. I thought it's the handling that had been called initially, but it's out of play from Jack Kisal. She hasn't missed much today. Stunning set from Ognjenovic. And it's not happening again for Praia. This is a real issue for them in this match. There's been a lack of service pressure, and that just builds the pressure on your side out. Well recycled, just. And it's gone the way via 4 touches of Eczacibasi, and that might be it, you know. That might be it. That might be them away and clear. 1, so 2, 4. Yeah, a little chip off the arm there as it went past Tainara, just caught her arm. Well spotted by the ref. Yasmin Gueli waits to see if she can get another bit of time on court. Substitute bench at the moment for the Tigers of Eczacibasi Ognjenovic. It's another ace. This time, Jack Kisar gets it. Timeout called. Quick look at the point scoring for you. Boskovic on 18, Hande Baladin on 10. Braylin Martinez and Tainara still not made it into double figures. They're 9 apiece. And then for Eczacibasi once more, Bronkova 8, Jack Kisar 7. Laura Herman, who's had a really good couple of sets, the Belgian middle, on 6, one behind Trinidad and Tobago middle colleague. And then Balsh on 5, she hasn't moved. And Maya Ognjenovic, the setter for Eczacibasi, on 4. That's good point scoring from the playmaker. Not really been a day to remember for the Praia coach. He's done everything he can. He's tried as hard as he can. Changed things about, given his players a chance. But Eczacibasi have been in the zone for most of the game, and they just haven't been able to get them out of it. Lovely set from Ognjenovic, but a lovely show from Herman to actually be there and demand the ball. It's a great little play. Goodness me. It's another ace for Jack Kisal, and this one bouncing off the chest of Juliana as she was trying to leave the ball. And coaches know when these sorts of things happen, it's not going to be your day. Nope, it ain't going to be your day. Eczacibasi now just 4 points away from opening their account at these World Club Championships with a fabulous win. Nicely put away, but it's probably too little, too late for the Brazilian side. Good kill from Angelica, 3rd season here with Praia. And still, the Tigers fight it out in backcourt. Vanessa Janke, wing spiker, in to serve and defend. serve. Out of system hit from Vronkovic is wide. Now, when you play against Eczacibasi and that happens, you kind of know that the next ball really has to go to Boskovic. So you have a chance to load up here. It's whether they can stop her or whether Ognjenovic just comes up with another cheeky play. Well, cheeky it is. Not the most conventional attack, not many options open, but yet again, Laura Herman, who's been really impressive in this game, makes it count. Against 3 blockers as well. So Ognjenovic to serve, Boskovic back into the front line. Super blocking, really good recovery that from Janke. And super again, this time it's Praia that put it down. The value of covering your hitter. Tainara initially stopped by a super block from Vronkovic. What a recovery from Vanessa Janke. And then Tainara returns the compliment. Still a chance, but that just shows you how tough it's been for Praia in this match, because still a chance at 4 points down is not a positive position. And that wasn't great from Ariane. Brazilian opposite, brought on to serve. The game is done. It's just a case of how, not when, or when, or how, or one of those things. For Eczacibasi, whichever way you look at it, it's nearly done. Well, the how is big high ball to Boskovic, and the when is now. Match point arrives. This has been a brutal opening encounter at the Club Championships for Dentil Praia Clube of Brazil. They have been put to the sword by Eczacibasi Dinamo Istanbul, and in particular Tijana Boskovic. Crowd on side. It's a good save, it's a free ball. Who's it going to? What a surprise. Boskovic, not her best hit of the day, but finishes in style. 25-18 for a magnificent 3-0 opening victory. Eczacibasi Dinamo Istanbul send out a big message to the other clubs at the FIVB Women's Volleyball Club World Championships. They beat Dentil Praia Clube of Brazil by 3-0, and they have done it by a massive scoreline. Well, there we go. What an opener. 20 points for Boskovic in the end. The only 2 other players into double figures over those 3 sets, Hande Baladin and Tainara. Well, it was always going there, and that was nearly a sneaky block in the end from Letitia, but not quite. Celebrations can start. There's a lot more work to be done over the 5 days here in Antalya in Turkey for the hosts. But if you'd offered them 3-0 against Praia Clube at the start of today, I promise you, the team and the fans would have taken it. There we go, 25-14, 25-15, 25-18. Eczacibasi Dinamo Istanbul with a demolition job on Dentil Praia Clube. And when you compare that to the number of passes that went onto the head of Maja Ognjenovic in the perfect position, 74% for Eczacibasi. That was a really assured performance from the Turkish club, and serve reception was on form pretty much for the whole game. It allowed them to open up any play they wanted most of the time. And they were more than happy to do so. And the adoring fans now get to celebrate with the players. So there we go, fantastic start. 3-0 for Eczacibasi Dinovic Istanbul, the host club, opening up with a victory over Dentil Praia Clube of Brazil, and it's Vakif Bank Istanbul next up against the Kuanish club of Kazakhstan. That's next on the show court here at the Women's Volleyball Club World Championships. And that's how things look in Pool A. It's the perfect start for the Turkish side, and with Corneliano, the Panthers still to come. Tigers v the Panthers, that's going to be a cracking match. With that one still to come, it's important you get off to a winning start here in Antalya. That's it from our first game, and me, Simon Golding. More great action to come. Stay with us.